You don't always have to be the smartest guy in the class in order to win when it comes to gambling. Last night certainly proved that point because my analysis was 100% wrong on the Rams, but the pick was 100% right. I thought the Rams, the 2.5 point underdog, would win that game against the San Francisco team that who cared that they beat the Bears the previous week? They were the Bears, for Christ's sake. And the Rams had won 6 out of 8, only losses to Miami and Philadelphia in that stretch, coming off that shootout win against Buffalo. Now, I thought it was going to be a high scoring, rock'em sock'em affair last night in San Francisco, but it certainly didn't turn out that way. But ultimately, the result was the same. And the Rams, the 2.5 point underdog, went out right. Listen, I thought in the fourth quarter when San Francisco was driving down the field and only trailed 9-6, I thought it was game, set, match, and it was all over for the Rams. But then Brock Purdy flushed out of the pocket, threw off the back foot. I knew the minute he released that pass, something bad was going to happen. And the Rams defender was right there to intercept that pass because he didn't get any air under it. And again, picked up the win. So, top rated 15-time football winner, number 9 out of 11, and fifth straight in the NFL cashed. And that puts me in the position today for going for winning day number 20 out of 29. We return to the hardwoods with another top rated 15-time release in the NBA, number 45 out of 71, dating back to last November. It's a play I'm calling my rebound romp. This is a team that's coming off a loss that I think wins and covers by double digits tonight, an easy blowout win. And just like last night's play on the Rams, it's the half price play of the day using coupon code HALF, HALF. Guys, I know you're shocked. It's Friday, and I'm doing a video report. And I'm going to do them probably more frequently here during basketball season. So if you want to subscribe to the channel right down there, you can do so, and that way you'll always be alerted. It's the easiest way to be notified. To be honest with you, listen, I just literally walked in from the rain after getting my hair cut finally, and I thought, what the hell? I might as well just fire up the camera. I had a couple of plays here that I liked, and I figured I'd present them to you. So without further ado, let's get busy and do it. In the NBA, my second favorite play tonight, I thought about Philadelphia. I thought about Memphis, but I'm going to ride the Phoenix Suns. The Suns are an 8 point favorite at Utah. The Utah Jazz, a team that's tanking without actually announcing that they're tanking, because that's how Danny Ainge does it. And they're doing a damn good job tanking without announcing that they're tanking. Phoenix, Kevin Durant's playing tonight. Good enough reason for me. Listen, with Durant in the lineup this year, they're 11-2. Without Durant, they're 1-9. I don't know. Do I have to say a hell of a lot more than that? But he's back after missing the last 3 games, or the first 3 games here on this road trip. Losses consecutively against the Pelicans, the Heat, and the Magic with a sprained ankle. He's back tonight. And not only that, but Joseph Nurkic, Jesus Christ, I can't even announce his name. Oh, I give up. He's missed 5 straight games. He's back tonight. Ryan Dunn, who's missed 3 straight games, is back tonight. Grayson Allen, he rolled his ankle in the Sunday loss to Miami. He's iffy. He was only a limited participant in yesterday's practice and shoot around. So I don't know if he's going to play tonight, but that's okay. I'm still willing to take them against a Utah team that's lost 10 of its last 12. That's 2-9 at home. That's 5-18 on the season. I don't know how healthy Lauri Markkanen's back is right now. He's listed as questionable for this game. In fact, it just dawned on me, I should have looked this up before I started this video report, but as I'm going to do it, I'm going to look it up right now here and go to the official NBA site and look up their injury report, which you can do, by the way, going to NBA.com, click on the injury report. They update it every hour to 2 hours throughout the day. So as of the 1:30 Eastern Time report, and of course, this being, a mountain time game, they may not have had their final shoot around, and that's generally when they update the injuries for the teams, and that's when the teams have to file it, their late day report. Let me see. Jordan Clarkson is now upgraded to probable. He was questionable earlier. Ooh, Kyle Filipowski, the rookie out of Duke, he was questionable earlier. He is now available tonight. Oh, and Lauri Markkanen is also probable tonight, too. So this line has remained at 8.5, but I'm still willing to go with the Phoenix Suns here. Listen, Lauri Markkanen, he in their last game It was against Sacramento. He did not look good. And it was the same situation. He was questionable the day prior, and then day of, they upgraded him to probable. And what happened? He played just 25 minutes with that nagging back injury, and he only took 9 shots, made 2 of them, and his final line score was 8 points and 2 rebounds. So what happened? The Jazz got destroyed by the Kings, 141-97. I just think all the elements are there tonight with Kevin Durant back in the lineup. And again, I like the Phoenix Suns here tonight to get the job done. Now, in college basketball, Colorado is a 9 or 9.5 point favorite, depending on which one of those two big sports books that you play in. The two that are played at by about 67% of the American public. And you know who they are. They're the ones that run those incessant commercials on TV. Colorado is at home tonight against South Dakota State. Now, Colorado was 6-0 at home so far this season, and they play great defense at home. They're limiting opponents to only about 29.5% from three-point land. And, it's a rebuilding year for Tad Boyle's team because they had 3 of their players drafted in the NBA last year in the draft. But he's still looking for combinations to put out there that are most effective, as they're just 2 games away from opening Big 12 play. Now, their most impressive performance so far was knocking off Connecticut in the Maui Invitational, handing the Huskies their second of 3 consecutive losses. Surrounding that win against Connecticut, they lost to Michigan State by 16, and they got destroyed by Iowa State, who I think they opened Big 12 play against 2 weeks from now by 28 points. But they're in Boulder, where they are 22-1 straight up since the start of last season. They're 6-0, as I said, this year at home, and they're taking on a South Dakota State team that is coming off an epic collapse at Nevada in Reno on Wednesday night, a game that they were up by 7 at halftime, where they shot 50% in the first half. They expanded that lead early in the second half to 10 points. And then Nevada just went on an incredible roll in that 25-4. And the Wolfpack were just unbelievably hot. And South Dakota State couldn't get a stop in the second half because the Wolfpack shot a little over 70% from the field. And South Dakota State, the team that shot 50% in the first half, shot 20 or 36% in the second half. And a team that was an 11.5-point dog and had a 10-point lead early in the second half, they lost that game and didn't even come close to covering. And one of the keys to that loss is that their big center, Oscar Clough, who was a member of Washington State last year. Actually, I think Washington State lost all 3 games to Colorado. But Oscar Clough, who is their leading scorer, he's a big 6'11" guy, a senior out of Australia, who's averaging a little over 17 points and 11 rebounds and hitting 73% of his shots from the field because he doesn't move away from the basket. I think last time I read, I think he's taken 1 or 2 3-pointers the entire year. He's got limited range, but he only took 3 shots in that game, finished with 6 points and 4 rebounds. Now, 2 games ago, he sat out a game because of an ankle injury. And their head coach said that he thought perhaps that ankle injury was bothering him and limited his aggressiveness in that loss to Nevada. So again, I think Colorado still looking for the answers in terms of putting their roster and the lineups together. But now you've got a South Dakota State team that is still on the highway, 0-2 in true road games this year. And I think it's a good place to take Colorado, a team that, if you look at KenPom.com, a site that I rely on heavily, KenPom has Colorado ranked 77th. You've got South Dakota State, the Jackrabbits, down at 118. In terms of strength of schedule, and of course this is all non-conference at this point, you've got Colorado at 164. You've got South Dakota at State at 207. So again, I'm willing to lay the points with Colorado, but that is the second of the two plays today, and by far the weaker of the two as well. So that'll do it, guys. I wish you well, and big Saturday coming up. We'll talk to you then.